State Representative Jeffrey Elmore with your weekly session update for June 3rd, 2021. Very busy at the General Assembly as always when we are in session. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a couple of bills that were passed this week out of the House and also give you a little update on some press that came out about the reopening of the North Wilkesboro Speedway that I thought was real positive. So let's get into it. First, we passed today with a vote of 70 to 38, Senate Bill 43, which we had a similar bill that went over to the Senate. And what this does is it protects religious meeting spaces dealing with concealed carry. What this would do, this proposal, is if you have a church facility that also has a school facility on the grounds, currently you are not allowed to conceal carry in the place of worship just because the school is on the same property. What this would do, it exempts the churches from this. So even if your church does have a school on its property, you would still be able to conceal carry at your place of worship. Also, it allows for concealed carry for basically satellite offices dealing with law enforcement. There was a glitch in the way the law was written, so it clarifies those two things. And as I said, it passed the House 70 to 38. So now that bill moves on to the governor, and we'll see if he signs it. It's pretty close with the veto override margin there, but kind of procedurally how this works is, since it's a Senate bill, the override attempt would have to start in the Senate chamber. Now, probably the most interesting bill of the week was that we passed Senate Bill 116, putting NC back to work. Now, let me explain what's going on here because there's a little bit of confusion. The Senate earlier this week passed a bill, which was a House Bill 128, and it was named an Act to Reemploy the North Carolina Workforce. And how this works down here, as bills go from one chamber to the other, the bill can be stripped of its original subject matter and new subject matter put in to send back to the other chamber. So the Senate bill that was handled in the Senate this week, HB 128, was originally named Increase Access to Sporting Venues. This was a bill that I filed with my colleague Kyle Hall. So the original intent of that bill was to increase capacity in sporting event arenas during COVID lockdown. So the Senate took that bill and just threw all the contents away and put in their proposal an act to reemploy the ENC workforce. This bill I did not feel comfortable with, and it has not hit our chamber yet. This was basically a bill that they would use federal funds to pay a back to work bonus. If you were on unemployment, you would get money to go back to work, almost like a signing bonus from the state. So I did not sponsor that bill. That bill was, the bill I sponsored was stripped, and then they put their language in and sent it back to us. But what we did pass in the House this week, we did the same thing to a Senate bill since they did it to our bill. We passed Senate Bill 116, putting NC back to work. I think this is the proper approach to trying to get our employers some relief on getting folks back into the workforce. What it would do is two things. The extra $300 a week that was sent down from the federal government, and it is called the Federal Pandemic Unemployment Compensation Agreement. That's the technical name of it. This is the additional money that the Fed sent down that's added on to the state unemployment. What this would do is say that we're no longer participating with the additional money. It is to run out in September. How this bill is structured, it takes them 30 days to stop it. So as soon as it passes, if the governor signs it, there will be 1 month left, and then it stops early. We think that this would encourage people to get back into the labor market. There's been a lot of argument that the pay's not there. They cannot find a living wage job. The pay pressure is the highest I've ever seen. We have entities paying $15, $16, $17, $18 an hour at all levels. There was a manufacturer that called me that said $17.50 in the door, untrained, if to get folks working, and he still cannot find workers. The second part of the bill that helps the small businesses. We are one of only 2 states left, us and Hawaii, that have not aligned our tax code to the federal tax code dealing with the Paycheck Protection Plan loans that were given to businesses. Basically what this would do is the business got the Paycheck Protection loan or grant, then this would allow them to write it off on the state taxes. 48 states have done that. We are one of 2 left that have not. So 2 ways of helping small business. Help generate workforce, also help with the Paycheck Protection program monies and aligning it. So we think that this is a very business-friendly bill. Also, it is good to get our workforce coming again, especially for our tourist areas, the beach, or mountain areas where this service industry is very, very heavy. We think that this is a very positive way to do it. So just 25 other states, Maryland's the latest one, have eliminated this extra federal benefit to the unemployment because they have the needs in the workforce. I think that it was a very solid move. So we are sending that back to the Senate. We did it today. The vote on that was, I believe we were at 70 on that, 71 to pass that one with it. Now, some pretty good press that I want to show you. This is from the statewide newspaper, the North State Journal. They had a wonderful write-up, and I think that it's online, on the possibility of the reopening of the North Wilkesboro Speedway and how that might work. And it was titled, NASCAR Eyes Return to North Wilkesboro. So, very good article if you want to find that online. It was nice to see some statewide press about what's going on at the racetrack. And on that note and the budget note, we're still in talks. I think that we're closer than ever on seeing some movement from the state Senate because they have the budget first. Also, we are still in the preliminary stages of dealing with this American Rescue money, which that's where the governor had proposed this. So we haven't started that piece, and work will continue on that next week. But I hope you enjoyed the update.